Centuries ago, Avalora was the jewel of the continent. But greed and betrayal turned it into ashes. Now, only whispers of its lost king remain. Ruined castle under a blood-red sunset. A broken throne covered in dust and vines. In the northern wastelands, a lone mercenary named Kale wandered. He carried a scar on his face and a burden in his heart. Kale, inner voice, I swore I'd never return to Avalora, but fate has other plans. Snowstorm, Kale walking with sword and cloak. Kale stopped at an old tavern. The air smelled of smoke and secrets. Old man, you bear the mark, the royal bloodline, don't you? Kale, angry, I am no king. That life burned with the castle. Dark tavern with flickering candles. Old man sliding a map across the table. The map revealed the location of the Crystal Heart, the only artifact that could restore Avalora. Kale, softly, if this is true, the kingdom isn't dead yet. Ancient map glowing faintly. Close-up of Kale's hand gripping it. That night, death came quietly. Assassin, the bloodline must never rise again. Kale, you'll have to kill me first. Fast fight scene, sword clashing with dagger. Candlelight flashing as blades strike. Bleeding and exhausted, Kale heard a voice he thought was gone forever. Brother, it's time to come home. Kale, whispering, Alira? No, you died in the fire. Female figure in a cloak, glowing blue eyes. Alira, I live, Kale. But the kingdom won't, unless we reclaim the heart. Kale, why now? Why me, Alira? Because you are the last heir. Flashback of the burning palace. Young Kale and Alira escaping as children. Kale swore an oath over the broken sigil of Avalora. Kale, for our people, for the throne, I will fight. Close-up of Kale's hand bleeding over the sigil. Together, they left the tavern and rode into the unknown. Alira, every enemy will hunt us now. Kale, smirking, good. Let them come. Horses running under a full moon. Far away in a dark citadel, the Usurper King smiled. Usurper King, the last blood of Avalora rises. Kill them before dawn. Shadowy throne room. Glowing red eyes, Kale and Alira rode into the forest of echoes, where every sound repeats your fears. Alira, keep your mind clear. The forest feeds on doubt. Kale, tense, I've lived with doubt my whole life. Misty forest, voices whispering their deepest fears, shadows moving between trees. At the heart of the forest stood a massive stone golem. Golem, only the true heir may pass. Kale, drawing sword, then you'll know my blood by the blade. Epic fight, sword strikes against stone fists. Golem kneeling as Kale's blood touches the ground. They reached a broken bridge where spirits floated in the mist. Spirit, what will you sacrifice for the kingdom? Kale, my life, my soul, whatever it takes. Blue glowing spirits forming a path as Kale steps forward. Crossing the bridge, Kale saw visions of the night the kingdom burned. Young Kale, father, mother, Alira, softly, we can't change the past, only the future. Flames, crying children, collapsing castle. In a cave, they found a sigil burned into stone, the mark of the man who betrayed Avalora. Kale, angry, he was supposed to protect us. Alira, now he sits on our throne. Close-up of Kale punching the wall, cracks glowing red. Deep in the mountains, a hidden village still loyal to Avalora waited. Villager elder, the bloodline lives, we will fight beside you. Kale, then prepare, war is coming. Villagers kneeling, banners of Avalora rising from dust, but in the shadows, a spy slipped away, carrying news to the Usurper King. Spy, whispering, the heir has returned. Dark figure running through rain with a black raven flying overhead. In the black citadel, The usurper's rage shook the walls. Usurper King, burn the villages, leave no ally alive. Army preparing, black armor reflecting firelight. Kale forged weapons with the villagers and taught them to fight. Alira, you're more than a mercenary now, you're their hope. Kale, hope won't stop his army, but it might save our souls. Training montage, swords clashing, villagers learning to fight. At dawn, the usurper's forces arrived. Steel met steel as the war for Avalora began. Kale, battle cry, for the kingdom, for our people, massive battle, fire and blood. Kale charging into enemy lines with villagers behind him.
The battle raged for hours. The ground drank blood, and the air screamed with steel. Kale, fighting, hold the line. Avalora lives through us. Flames consuming the battlefield. Slow motion of Kale clashing blades with a black-armored knight. Despite their courage, the village burned. Kale watched everything they built turn to ash. Alira, crying, "We weren't ready." Kyle, gritting teeth, "Then we make them pay." Villagers fleeing through fire, Kale pulling survivors. From the smoke came the silver wolf, bleeding and broken. "Wolf, you carry more than a sword now, you carry their souls." Kale, kneeling, "You won't die alone." Kale cradling the wolf as it fades into light. With the village gone, the fairy led them to a hidden tunnel under the mountains. Fairy, the heart of Avalora lies beyond this path. Kale, then that's where we'll end this war. Underground glowing crystals lighting their way. But the usurper knew their path. His army waited in the dark. Usurper King, smirking, let the last heir walk into his grave. Dark corridor, eyes glowing in the shadows. As they entered the chamber, a knife pierced Kale's side. It wasn't an enemy, it was a friend. Kale, shocked. Why? Spy, power chooses no loyalty. Kale falling to his knees, blood hitting the crystal floor.
Alira, screaming, "You betrayed the blood of Avalora." Her magic erupted, shaking the cave walls. Blue flames surrounding Alira as she strikes the traitor down. Through pain and betrayal, Kale reached the heart of Avalora, a massive crystal pulsing with life. Kale, touching it, "If saving them costs my life, so be it." Crystal glowing brighter as his blood touches it. A surge of light spread through the land. The kingdom stirred as if breathing after centuries of sleep. Alira, whispering, "Brother, you did it." Light exploding from the mountains, reaching the ruined castle. But before hope could rise, the Usurper King stepped through the light. "Usurper King, you think you've won? The heart is mine." Kale, raising sword, "Then come and take it." Final showdown shot, Kale versus Usurper framed by glowing crystal. Steel met steel as Kale faced the Usurper King in the heart of the crystal chamber. "Usurper King, you are weak because you fight for others." Kale, "And that is why I'll win." Slow motion sword fight, sparks lighting the crystal walls. The crystal heart pulsed with every strike, feeding on Kale's courage and the king's greed. Alira, Kale, let the heart see your soul. Blue light wrapping around Kale's sword. Kale gave his life to the heart, releasing its full power. The usurper screamed as the light consumed him. "Usurper King, no. Power is mine." Dark energy shattering, light burning away shadows. From ruins, towers rose. From ashes, life returned. Avalora breathed again. Alira, crying, "Brother, you saved us all." The castle rebuilding in glowing light. Kale's spirit stood beside Alira one last time. Kale, smiling, "The throne is yours now, sister. Lead them well." Alira, "I can't do it without you." Kale, "You'll never be without me. I am Avalora now." Kale fading into the crystal heart. Alira took the crystal crown and knelt before the people. Alira, Avalora rises again, not through power, but through sacrifice and love. Villagers kneeling, banners of Avalora rising in the wind. The land healed. Rivers ran clear, forests grew green, and hope returned. Montage of rebuilding the kingdom, smiling faces. Generations later, they spoke of a mercenary who became a savior. Child, was he really a king? Elder, no. He was something greater, a guardian. Storyteller by a fire, children listening with wide eyes. And in the heart of the Crystal Palace, Kale's spirit watched over Avalora forever. Kale, softly, for our people. For our home. For Avalora. Crystal heart glowing softly, Kale's shadow inside.